a new rule set, a new regulation did just drop for what's going to be legal on the ranked ladder in Scarlet and Violet, and we have Regulation J. Regulation J does allow for the use of mythicals on the ranked ladder. It is still a double restricted format, just like Regulation I. However, one or both of your restricteds can be mythicals. So, with a new regulation here, with new Pokemon legal on the ranked ladder, you know it's tier list time. Jumping right on into the tier list, I have a pretty plain tier list here, S, A, B, C, and D, and then not in Scarlet and Violet. The Pokemon in that tier are on Cerebi are not listed as they are legal, and as I have tried to trade them over into Scarlet and Violet, I can confirm they are not in the game. So these Pokemon's not in the game. We have the other mythicals down here, and some of these are these are both the exact same Magearna. One is just like the Pokeball. I call her Pokeball Magearna. One is just Pokeball Magearna. Same thing goes for Zarude, where one is like the Dada Zarude, kind of from the movie with the bandana, but are the same. So I'm just gonna put them. I will just put them both as they are the same next to each other, like in the tier list, if that makes any sense. I didn't really want to leave either of them out, and then I also didn't want to put them in not in Scarlet and Violet because that is incorrect. So that's kind of where we're starting. I do want to say, I have played with a lot of these mythicals before, not all of them, but a lot. It wasn't a Dynamax format, because in Sword and Shield we did have Series 13 that did allow for mythicals. However, it differs pretty heavily from Regulation J, because in Series 13, it was anything goes, baby. You could use 6 restricted Pokemon. There were no rules in Series 13, you know? So it's not quite the same. Additionally, Dynamax was thriving, was existing in Series 13 as it was Sword and Shield, whereas now we have Terra, and the two function quite differently. In a Dynamax format, Magearna, S tier above truly everything else. Magearna does have an ability where, their special attack does get increased by 1 stage for every Pokemon that does get KO'd on the field, and I don't mean your opponent's Pokemon, I don't mean your Pokemon, I mean every single Pokemon on the field. Additionally, you could, I don't need to get into it too much, but you could Dynamax. You could use Max Quake. Additionally, so Max Quake would increase your Spadef and your partner's Spadef by 1 stage. You could also use Stab Max Steel Spike, which would increase your physical defense and your partner's physical defense by 1 stage. So, you are boosting your defenses while also getting special attack boosts. It was legitimately a wild time to be alive. So, obviously, the practice I have had with these Pokemon, it is a little bit different, but I still have used them, at least somewhat. A lot of them, at least somewhat. So, I actually am, just because I was talking about Magearna, I'm actually going to start with Magearna, and, okay, I'm going to be honest, I think a lot of these mythicals, probably should, if you want to build the absolute best 100% best team that you can build. A lot of the mythicals do pale in comparison to other restricted Pokemon that we are already using. However, I do think these mythicals, genuinely will just be fun to use, because we never get to use them. You know, if you're a VGC player, if you stick mostly with VGC, when was the last time you got to use mythicals? Probably Series 13, if you did play in Sword and Shield. So, I think these Pokemon will be fun to play with. I think a lot of them will have a pretty strong niche as well, if you can find the niche. But, I think, you'd have to make a pretty strong case to use some of these Pokemon over one of the restricted Pokemon that we are currently using. Either of the horses, I think, are huge. Miraidon's huge. Lunala's huge. Zamazenta's huge. And others. Those are just the first ones that came to mind, Kyogre won a regional, So, just something to note. Definitely just something to note. But I am gonna start with Magearna. I'm gonna put Magearna in A. Like I said, I'm just gonna that's a Zarude. Please. Oh. Okay, hold on. Can this website work? Can we do this? Now I lost the other Magearna. Oh, she's there. I didn't mean to put her there. That's not bad. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna put both Magearnas in. Hopefully I can just cut some of that out, and I'll just start with. I'm gonna put Magearna again. They just look a little bit different, but they are exactly the same. They have exactly the same stats. Put both of them in A tier. I think Steel Fairy is a very, very good typing. We don't have very many Steel Fairy Pokemon that do exist. We have Mawile, we have Tinkaton, and we have Zacian. I feel like I'm probably missing one, but ultimately, even if I'm missing one or two, it is not a common typing combination. It's a very good type, right? It's a very, very good type. The Steel type does takes away one of Fairy's two weaknesses, which is Steel. Which is Poison, and it makes you immune to that. So I just think that's quite good, like I said. I believe the ability is called Soul Heart, but Magearna's ability, giving Magearna a +1 in special attack for every Pokemon on the board that does get KO'd is pretty intense. Additionally, like, I could definitely see maybe we pair Magearna with a Final Gambit Annihilate. You know, you can, with any luck, you will be able to KO one of your opponent's Pokemon, and then your own Annihilate also gets KO'd, so Magearna instantly goes to +2, and then you can attack with your Magearna, very possibly picking up another KO, so you get to go up 3-2 in a battle, and then also have a +3 Magearna. So, I think, so, like, again, I haven't tested that, I just think that could be something fun that you could do. So I think Magearna, I'm gonna put Magearna strongly in A tier. Mew, so I love Mew just personally, because I think Mew is a really cute Pokemon. However, I don't think Mew is going to be particularly good. I think Mew is probably gonna be, oh my gosh, can we, oh, it's working, what? Okay, the shadow just looks weird to me, okay, that's my bad. I'm put Mew in D tier. I don't think Mew is gonna be doing that, I just think Mew's gonna be a little lackluster, you know. 100 stats across the board, that is pretty good, certainly. Getting to learn all those moves, also pretty good, but I think it's just lackluster in comparison. I think if you want to find, like, a fun niche, you could maybe use Mew almost like a Smeargle, you know, but it's like, you know, maybe Mew could learn Trick Room, learn, Taunt, or learn, I'm not really sure, but I think that you could probably find a good niche for the Mew. Maybe I should put Mew in C. Oop. Does this look the same to you? Okay, there we go. Mew in C. Solid. Okay. I do think Jirachi is, like, could definitely steal some games. I'm gonna put Jirachi in C as well. I think Jirachi could absolutely steal some games. We have Serene Grace, we have Ironhead, all that fun stuff. So yeah, I definitely think that running something like that could absolutely steal some games. But again, I just think in a format where we have such other, like, big threats, big attackers that are also and then also good support, I just think it's, like, gonna be a little bit lackluster, you know? Okay, the Deoxys. So, if you don't mind, I'm gonna pull up Showdown real quick, just so that I can make sure I am putting the intended Deoxys in the intended tier, if that makes any sense. So we have Deoxys regular. Normal form. I'm not sure, that's what I'm gonna call it. Okay, so I have changed it to level 50 so we can see what it would be like in VGC. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We got 150, This is like, if you if you look up a glass cannon in the dictionary, you will see Deoxys. You might also see probably this Deoxys even more. Okay, so yeah, 150, 180, 180. 150, 150, 50, 50, 50, yeah. Like, okay. These Pokemon, they get expanding force, right? Like, But we are in a format where you know, Miraidon's very common, where Rillaboom's very common, so are you going to be able to be clicking Expanding Force? I mean, you could also, like, for Cali Shadow, you know, you could... Terra is really out here existing. So you could Terra maybe into a Dark type or even into a normal type. Do you get, like, Dark Pulse or something? Like, is this real? Okay. Yeah, so you could go, like, Dark Pulse. You could also go Terra normal and, just like Dark Pulse as well. Like, I feel like there's something there. I feel like there's something there. But again, it's like, if you are going to use... Again, I think, like, Deoxys could have a fun niche, but it's like, if you want something that is just going to get you results, you know, I think if you want a Pokemon that's just a big special attacker that has good spread damage, you, like, Cali Shadow is right there. Cali Shadow is right there. And has, like, all-around better bulk, all that kind of stuff. Doesn't need Terrain to be successful. Obviously, Deoxys doesn't need Terrain, but I think, like, clicking 150 or 180 BP, not base power, 180, you know, special attack, Expanding Force in Terrain is a very fun thing to do, and probably just, honestly, a delete button. But it's just like... Okay, so this is okay. I'm honest... If I am allowed to? If I'm allowed to? Hi? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put them both in C tier, I think, here. Again, like, yes, will Deoxys get you wins? Absolutely, Deoxys will get you wins. I just don't think... you know, I don't think Pressure's, like, a particularly special ability in any way, shape, or form. You know, if it was, like, if they gave Deoxys, like, Psychic Surge or something wild, like, yes, that Pokemon going directly into the A tier. But as of right now, I think I'm just gonna... I think C tier. Okay. Let's, if you don't mind terribly, let's go back to Showdown. Let's go into Deoxys defense. Yeah... Like, I mean, you can sit here, you can probably click Trick Room. Yeah. Not Trick or Treat, though. Illegal! Against the law to click Trick or Treat. Okay. Like, I don't know. I just don't see this like, you don't get, you don't get, Body Press, right? Like, that would be kind of lit, but also illegal against the law. Yeah. No, I don't see this Pokemon really, like, again, if you got Body Press, because, like, then you could actually take advantage of this massive 160, defense stat, and, like, you also have really good Spadef, you have a absolutely heinous HP stat, but you can probably make up for it with your defense and with your Spadef, but without being able to capitalize on that and do any sort of damage, like, sure, you can sit here and click Trick Room. I mean, I guess, like, you can click... like, Drain Punch? Like, do you get, like, Curse or something? Like, could we run a Curse set? No. Like, Swords Dance? No. Is there something I'm missing? Like, I just don't think Iron Defense... Again, like, you can click Iron Defense, but there's no Body Press. You cannot press them with your body. So, it's like, yes, you can sit there, but... Nightshade? Just do 50... Just, like, sit there and do... 50 damage, 50 damage, 50 damage, 50 damage. I mean, that will add up. Like, Recover, do 50 damage. Trick Room, like, Nightshade, like, Recover. Because you get Recover, right? Did I, like... Yeah. Okay, like, if you wanted to run some sort of stall something, like, maybe that can do something, but I am stretching. Chat, I am stretching for this Deoxys defense right now. I actually, wildly, like, I've never been a fan of Deoxys's design. But I kind of like the defense. It's just like, I don't know. Sorry. I just kind of like the design. But I'm stretching here, chat. I'm stretching. I'm put, like, if we got Iron Defense Body Press, we were in business. But we don't, so we're not in business. Okay, this is Speed, if I'm not mistaken. Like, what are we doing over here? Nothing! Sorry. Not nothing. Like, we're 180. To then click what? We're going fast to then click get KO'd probably immediately. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's okay. I think I'm also just gonna put this Deoxys in D as well. Okay. See, I feel like there should even be, okay, maybe I need to rework this. Maybe I need to rework this, like, maybe this is B, but that feels too high. But putting Deoxys in with, like, a literal baby? Like, this is just 80s across the board, right? Do I have that? Phione? Can I spell? Probably not. Oh, I can. Wait, that's crazy. Oh my god. I've never been accused of being able to spell a day in my life. This is a big day for me. Chat, I want to thank you so much for being here to witness this, but I can spell. Okay. Yeah, it's just like 80s across the board. Like, that's a baby. That's a baby. Like, you have hydration. Oh, okay. Like, yeah, no. Okay. Manaphy does get Tail Glow. Chat, Manaphy does get Tail Glow, and I think going +3 in your special attack, pretty lit. Pretty lit. You can click back with, like, a nasty little Scald, perhaps? Again, though, I just feel like it's like C tier. Like, you set up +3 to then do what? Like, maybe, like, Baton Pass? I'm stretching. I'm stretching. I think, like, one of the reasons I'm, like, stretching on some funny, sets is because, like, to me, Reg J is here to have fun. You know, like, there are no official formats to my understanding that's going to be in Reg J. Every official format's gonna once again be in Reg H. So it's like, I'm just here to have fun. You know, I'm here to click Tail Glow, and then click Scald. You know, I'm here to click Tail Glow, and then click Icy Wind. So I feel like I'm gonna be a little bit more forgiving with this list, but, and like, maybe some of these are B tier? I just don't see it, though. Access to Dark Void, you know someone's gonna click Gravity Dark Void. That someone's probably gonna be me in a future video. I can't even pretend, but yeah, Dark Void literally terrorized. It wasn't Darkrai, obviously, but Dark Void Smeargle did terrorize VGC players for all of 2016. And later, question mark, but I definitely know in 2016. So yeah, I think, like, sure. Yeah. Sure. Gravity Dark Void, that seems fun, interactive content. Okay. Okay, we got another baby. We just, like, this is a baby. This is a baby. That's D tier. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you, Shaymin Sky is one of my favorite Mythicals design-wise. One of my absolute favorite Mythicals design-wise is Shaymin Sky. I'm really trying to not put Shaymin Sky in D tier. I'm just, like, fighting. I'm fighting for my absolute life over here to not put this beautiful Shaymin Sky in D tier. Shaymin Sky reminds me of my dog so much. Like, the big ears, like kind of long legs, big ears, little dog. People used to joke my dog has, like, these huge, amazing ears. And people used to joke when she was a puppy, like, if a strong wind came around, Isley was just truly gonna fly away. And so this causes me pain! Okay. I also... Yeah, but no, I think it's right. Hello? Oh, okay, that's not bad. Sorry, website. I'm... Tier list maker. My apologies. My apologies. So sorry about that. Okay, Arceus is interesting. Arceus is an interesting one. Let's head over to Showdown real quick. It feels weird to even be talking about Arceus. Oh, Arceus Bug. Like, would you like to use Arceus Bug? So obviously Arceus can be any type, holding a plate, cool, we like that. Judgment is a pretty cool move. It is 100 accurate, 100 base power as well, and it's the type of the plate, so it can be any type. It is a special move. Arceus is sitting at a powerful 120. So, like, No, I was just thinking, what does Arceus look like in Team Preview? Does Team Preview, like, show you what Arceus you're playing against? Or what Arceus you're using, for that matter? Like, does it show it to your opponent? Because for best of one, which it, like, this is literally ladder. This is best of one closed team sheet. If it doesn't show what type of Arceus is S tier, I think, in my humble opinion. Like, can you imagine, like, okay, I don't know what type of Arceus this is. I guess I will just bring, like, I'm just gonna bring my Ensign. I think Ensign's a pretty good bring here. And then it's like, oops, no, it was ground Arceus the whole time. You know, so I just think, like, that's another interesting dimension that I actually don't know. I'm very tempted to put Arceus in S tier, though. I think, like, Covert Cloak. Oh, wait, no, you have to... Sorry, the item has to be the plate. Oh, does the item have to be the plate? Like, it has to be, right? Well, Showdown, like, kind of tell me. What happens if I just... Yeah, okay, so that would be the item. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay. I guess you could just be normal type, though. You could be normal type and then still have a Covert Cloak or something like that. Okay, no, this is making sense. I honestly think Arceus is just A tier. Like, I don't know if I'm going to put anything in S tier, if I'm being completely honest with you. If Arceus could both change its typing, like, hold a plate and then also hold Covert Cloak, or if it was something like that, then I think it would be different. I think I would definitely put Arceus in S tier. Arceus is the closest mod I've had to an S tier in this list so far, but I'm gonna put Arceus in A tier, I think. My understanding is, also please correct me if I'm wrong, but I did check, both of these Keldeos are the same, right? One of this Keldeo is just if Keldeo knows Sacred Sword, right? But they're both the same. Okay. I couldn't spell that time. Unfortunate. Okay. Let's do this. So I do like to just, like, when I'm doing VG related things, I do just like to put it in level 50. That helps me be able to really see it. Okay. Okay. No, there is no change. Okay. There's no change. They're both still justified. Okay. Yeah, I think it's, like, it's a little bit awkward because I don't feel like Keldeo has the best special attack pool, and it has, like, 72 attack and 129 special attack, so you really want to be using a special move. So it's like, okay, we have Air Slash, you do learn Aura Sphere, so that's pretty cool. And, like, are we working with Hydro Pump? What are we working with? What are we working with? Do you get Scald? No. Okay, so I think you're probably working with Hydro Pump. Like, again, Keldeo. Oh, you have Surf. Is there something fun we could do with Surf? Is also Vacuum Wave is, like, actually kind of lit. That's kind of cool to have. Ultimately, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put them in C. Is there gonna be nothing? I'm gonna finish this up. Where are the other? Hello? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna finish this up, but I do think I have to rework some things. I do. We'll how do you say in corporate? We'll loop back to that at the end of the video. Okay, now we have the Meloettas, right? Let's just take, like, a little quick look at Meloetta. So I know that the forms change. I know that the forms change Meloetta's typing. Can I spell part 2? Oh, okay. So does only one Meloetta exist? Okay, hold on. Then let me do. I was unaware. I'm gonna put. So this is the only Meloetta that. That's a Keldeo. This is the only Meloetta that exists? Okay. We have Serene Grace. Okay, we have another Serene Grace Enjoyer. Normal Psychic. I mean, okay. Normal doesn't give you any more weaknesses, because you will take neutral from fighting. Let's quickly do this. Let's do this. Okay. It's a good special attack stat. Not like good special attack, a special wall. Very good SPDEF. Really decent HP as well. Pretty heinous defense. That's the one thing to look at. Pretty heinous defense. You are a special attacker. It's like, what are we working with here? Okay, we get Alluring Voice. You have access to Calm Mind. Like, is there anything fun? Stab Hyper Voice is always a good time. But is there anything fun that can use, like, Serene Grace here? Like, I guess you can, like, definitely, you can get those, SPDEF drops with Psychic, right? Relic Song. 10% chance to sleep, but does that increase with Serene Grace? Like, maybe that's something? Like, you have chances to para with these. Like, maybe that's something. Maybe that's something. Okay. Okay. Okay, and it is important to note, as a normal type, you are actually immune to Big Astral Barrage, so that's pretty cool, but you really, with this defense, you really don't want to be taking attacks from, Glacial, like, you don't want to be taking, like, Glacial Lance or anything like that. I still think Meloetta kind of is probably D tier. Honestly, I think I might be being too nice to these Pokemon. Okay, we have Diancie. We have Diancie here. Oops, let's see what we got for Diancie. Clear body, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's put you to level 50. Why is, like, everything just lagging so bad? Okay. Enter. Nice. Okay. Really slow. This is probably a Trick Room Mon. This is probably a Trick Room Mon with speed 50. By probably, I mean this is a Trick Room Mon. But honestly, besides having hideous HP stat, like 150 defense, 150 spadef, 100 like special attack, like okay, we're doing something. Okay. Oh, you get body press. Wait a second. Is this enough? Stop it. Is this enough to put Diancie in... C tier? Well, I think Diancie's definitely in C tier. Is this enough to put Diancie in B tier? Diamond Storm... 95% accurate, 50% chance to raise users' defense by 2. That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick, honestly. It's a physical attack. Why would they do that? You have 100 physical attack. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. You have 100 physical attack. Okay. Understood. Understood. Yeah, you could run like that in body press. That could be pretty interesting. Like gyro, like stab. It's not stab. Why did I think that you were steel? You're rock. But gyro ball is still kind of interesting. Okay. This is kind of interesting. Rock slide, like, you know, where there's a rock slide, there's a way. We got Stone Edge, we got Substitute. Is, like, Substitute, Iron Defense, Body Press, Protect, is that something? Is that something, or no? Or no? I'm gonna put Diancie in C. I feel like Diancie could do something. But again, it's like, I said, okay, no, it's gonna work. It's gonna work now. There we go. Okay, we got Hoopa and we got Hoopa Unbound. Okay, let's just jump right over. Let's look at Hoopa. I assume Hoopa is baby. I assume this Hoopa is baby. What are we cooking? It's actually not that baby. Like, 70 is a little bit of an awkward speed tier. Psychic Ghost is kind of interesting. Weak to Shadow Rider, but like, if you get Hoopa in Trick Room, like maybe Hoopa can do something. Get Expanding Force, okay. Dark Pulse, okay. That could do something. That could definitely do something. It's your special, okay, yeah, 150, boasting a massive 150 special attack is kind of crazy, okay. Yeah, okay. That's okay. Like, a little bit of an awkward speed. A little bit of an awkward speed there. And, like, being 4 times weak to Shadow Rider isn't ideal, but also not being able to take a Glacial Lance particularly well is also not ideal. It feels like you kind of lose if you're out of Trick Room, and you also kind of lose if you're in Trick Room. Obviously, Terra is very much here existing. You could be Terra Normal, you could be Terra Dark, all that kind of stuff, but I don't think that, like, inherently solves your problem, right? You can't Terra and make yourself have good defense. Okay. I'm gonna put Hoopa ultimately in C tier. The tiers are not, the tiers are not, tiered. The tiers are not tiered. And then now this next one is Hoopa Unbound, right? Hoopa... Oh, I meant to actually mention, Magician is a cool ability. If this Pokemon has no item, it steals the item off a Pokemon it hits with an attack. So it's like, you could do something fun, like you could do weakness policy or something, something that could be consumed, like Adrenaline Orb would be kind of interesting, because then we do have a decent amount of Incineroar, a decent amount of like Intimidate running around, so you could be Adrenaline Orb to make yourself faster, and then you could also steal your opponent's item, like, maybe that's something, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. And this, like, honestly, 80 is even more of an awkward speed. You are Psychic Dark, which is kind of cool. You are, in fact, not 4 times weak to Shadow Rider, which I think helps. You have slightly better defenses. You have more special attack. You also have a good physical attack, so you could run mixed. And I do think, like, genuinely, in Best of 1 closed team sheet, which is presumably where you're going to be playing Reg J. Obviously, people may hold open team sheet tours, best of 3 tours. Like, I think that those will exist, but primarily, this is literally a ladder format. Ladder is closed team sheet, best of 1. So I think it actually behooves you so much for your opponent to not know, are you going to run Hoopa Physical or are you going to run Hoopa Special? Do they need to be bringing Intimidate? Do they need to be clicking Snarl? Do they need to be clicking Reflect? Do they need to be clicking Light Screen? Do they need to bring their AV Mon? Do they need to bring their Mon that's bulky on the physical side? You know, so I feel like that, and in Regulation J, where the power level is so high, one turn, one misstep can absolutely cost your opponent the game. So I feel like that is kind of, okay, that's kind of, like, is this also a C tier? Hoopa's honestly probably a D tier, but I'm gonna put Unbound here. Okay, Volcanion, I do think Volcanion has such a good typing. Genuinely such a cool typing. I don't think it's particularly good, to be honest with you. Let me see. Let's see what we can get up to here. Let's look at Volcanion. Like, I do think Fire Water, I believe, is it the only of its type? Is it legitimately the only of its type? Yeah, it's like massive special attack, but like a 110 attack that's kind of wasted, pretty mid-speed, not like good defense, very, very good defense, but not the best special defense or HP in the world. Again, awkward speed. I do know... Where is... Oh, Scorching Sands is kind of cool, actually. Steam Eruption. Steam Eruption. Okay. Yeah, that's its signature move. Like, 110 power. It's a water move. 30%, and it thaws. Like, that's something. That's something, but, like, is that a better... Like, why would you use Volcanion over other water types, right? Or even other water restricteds. Like, Kyogre gives you weather control. Kyogre, is not weak to ground, you know, all that kind of stuff, whereas, Volcanion is, yeah. This is, like, the most awkward tier list. Nothing in S, 2 Pokemon in A, nothing in B, a pretty big C tier list. Like, honestly, I feel like Keldeo, like, I feel like I did this incorrectly. I'm gonna do this, actually. I'm gonna put Volcanion in... I'm gonna put Volcanion in C. Pecharunt, okay, y'all, hear me out. I'm gonna put Pecharunt in C. I think Pecharunt could, like, It's gonna be niche. Do not get me wrong. It's gonna be niche, but I think there have been some 5 better or 5 worse, pretty good and pretty strong stall teams in VGC. This is back, you know, in VGC Regulation I, but I think that greatly translates into VGC Regulation J. And Patron's pretty cool. Patron is a pretty cool little dude for a stall team. Patron does have access, I believe. Oop. Imagine if I could spell, could not be me. Okay, here we go. Patron does have access to some fun, like Poison Ghost. Like, it's weird because the Ghost typing is good because you love to be immune to Fake Out. You love Amon immune to Fake Out, but, you know, being weak, it does make yourself weak to that massive Astral Barrage, which is, like, never ideal. But you have Poison, Puppeteer, okay? If this Pokemon poisons a target, the target also becomes confused. That, it may not seem like a big deal. That could be huge for stall. Confusion can just steal, like, straight up steal turns from your opponent. So, with Confusion, not only, so, the opponent's Pokemon is poisoned, losing HP every turn. Now you also get to steal a turn because the Pokemon will hit itself, has the possibility to hit itself in Confusion, doing more damage to itself, but most importantly, can't do damage to you. And stealing turns in a stall match can literally dictate the game and can absolutely win you the game. So I do think that's a pretty big deal. Where is, like, we have Malignant Chain. Why does this Pokemon have the most unhinged names? But 100 accuracy, 100 power, 50% chance to badly poison the target. This just feels so good. This just feels so good for a stall team. I believe you also get, yeah, you can't see it. You get Recover. Where are you? Get Recover right here. So being able to heal up while your opponent loses health is like a cornerstone. It's like the paramount what's it like the paramount strategy of stall. So I'm gonna specifically put Patron in C because I actually do think it could be pretty good on a stall team. Oh my gosh, why is that happening? Okay, I'm honestly tempted to put it in B. Just I think it's gonna be good on a stall team. And wait, when did Zarude get over there? Yeah, look. I just don't think Zarude is gonna really be able to do anything for you. Grass Dark has, like, a lot of weaknesses. We are seeing a lot of U-turn on Pokemon. You're 4 times weak to that. You know, I just, like, we can dive a little deeper, but I just don't think we're gonna be finding too much, and both these forms are exactly the same. One just has the scarf from the movie, like Zarude Dada has the scarf from the movie, I believe. I did start that film, but then it did make me feel things and emotions, so then I never finished it. But I will finish it at some point. Let's hop in here. Let's go here. I mean, what? Okay, wait a second. Did I speak too soon? Like, Dark type, pretty good. Dark type, pretty good. Grass type, I'm gonna say Grass type good only in the sense that it resists electric moves from Miraidon, but if the Miraidon does have something like a Dazzling Gleam, like, you will be weak to that. But I guess it's like, is there a reason that you even use Zarude over something like, we have really good grass-type Pokemon right now. We have a Moongus, we have Rillaboom, we have Ogerpon, so I feel like it's gonna be very hard to find a time to use literally one of your restricted spots for Zarude instead of just not using a restricted spot, but still having a very good grass-type on your team. So I'm gonna put Zarude in D, but as I did mention, let's kind of circle back and look at what I might change on this tier list after going through all the Pokemon. Honestly, I don't know how many changes I am going to be making to this, although I will say, I have never had a tier list come out looking like this. Like, for those who have watched any of my other tier list videos, I have never had a tier list that has looked like this before. And it does feel whack. It does feel really wild. to be honest with you. I'm really trying to think, like, am I gonna do something wacky wild and put, like, Pecharunt in B just because I think it's gonna be super good on stall? Like, maybe. I really don't think I move genuinely any other Pokemon around. I don't think I move any other Pokemon around. Like, maybe Hoopa's in B? Maybe I put Hoopa in B? Honestly, I feel like maybe Volcanion should be in D. But, yeah. Because this is, like, tough because there's such a huge variance of mythical Pokemon. Like strength-wise, there's such a huge variance of mythical Pokemon. And I just feel like a lot of them, like I said earlier, just honestly don't stand up particularly well to the meta that we have, like, to the Regulation I meta that we have right now. So I think I'm actually going to leave it here. Again, this feels wild and whack, and definitely let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll be very interested to see how this holds up. Maybe other people can think of, like, better niches for Pokemon than I can. But this is kind of, like, this is legitimately where I'm sitting right now. And as I did say, I do love Shaymin Sky, so if anybody has, like, a absolutely sick Shaymin Sky team, you gotta share it with me. You got to show it to me. I want to use Shaymin Sky so badly. I will definitely be making a Shaymin Sky team at some point. I just don't know what it's gonna be or when, but I do think I will call it there. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. If you did enjoy this content at any time, please feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Literally, it all helps me out so much, and I would very, very much appreciate it. But that's going to be it from me today, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye!